The year is 2012, and Angels fans are excited. The team had just signed Albert Pujols to a 10-year mega contract, and he was coming off a 2011 season where he hit 37 home runs, finished top 5 in NL MVP voting, and won the World Series with the Cardinals. The Angels also signed CJ Wilson to a 5-year contract, coming off a season where he was an all-star with Texas and finished 6th in the AL Cy Young voting. And in 2012, the Angels would also see the full rookie season of their young star, Mike Trout. The future was looking bright in Anaheim. Until it wasn't. The Angels missed the playoffs in 2012, and in the next offseason, they made another big offseason splash, signing Josh Hamilton to a multi-year deal, and that also did not work out well. A bona fide superstar, and this is just where the Angels kind of found their identity of having really good talent, but doing absolutely nothing with it. But today, I'm gonna hopefully rewrite history. I'm back here on MLB 12 The Show, and I will be taking control of this Angels organization, and I'm gonna give myself 3 seasons to win the World Series. And the reason I'm doing 3 seasons is because in 2012, they missed the playoffs. 2013, they also missed the playoffs. But in 2014, they actually got the 1 seed in the American League, made the postseason, but got swept in the first round. And they have not been to the postseason ever since. So let's take a look at our roster. We have Eric Ibar, Alberto Callaspo, Albert Pujols, Kendrys Morales was still on this team. That's kind of wild. Torrey Hunter, Vernon Wells, oh god, Howie Kendrick, rookie Mike Trout with Chris Iannetta as our catcher. We also have Bobby Abreu and Mark Trumbo. I gotta find a way to get Mark Trumbo in this lineup. I mean, there's just so much power. He's coming off a season in 2011 where he hit 29 bombs. I gotta get him in the lineup, and I think the way I'm gonna try to do that is probably by trading Vernon Wells. Vernon Wells has no future on this team. I've got to get him out of here. We're paying him, what, $3 million a year for the next 3 years? $3 million isn't anything crazy, but I mean, I don't really think he's gonna be in the plans for us winning a title. I'm fine with everything else. I might think about moving Kendrys Morales, but I definitely would need to get another bat if I'm gonna do that. As far as the rotation, we've got Weaver, Dan Herron, CJ Wilson, Irvin Santana. Don't really have much of a 5-starter here with Brad Mills. Yeah, and even in the bullpen, I don't really see anybody that could fill that 5-starter role. So maybe I could flip Vernon Wells for something. Let's see if we can start this rebuild off on the right note, huh? And this is what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna trade Vernon Wells and Ken Benjamin, just a prospect, over to the Red Sox, and I'm gonna get John Lester. For some reason, they're willing to part with John Lester. He's coming off a season with a 3.47 ERA. He's getting paid $7.7 mil this year and $7.7 mil next year, and they're getting 3 years of Vernon Wells. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this trade. I'm gonna get John Lester. Now, as I'm sure you can already tell, the plan here is not to do a crazy realistic rebuild. I'm thinking of this as like an alternate history where things actually go right in Anaheim. So I've got John Lester, and I am not going to apologize for it. We're using rosters from 2012, man. Let's have some fun. The other thing is that we technically don't know how Mike Trout is going to develop here in MLB 12. Obviously, they have him with a potential, but I mean, these are his attributes here in his rookie season. We'll see if he ends up being that superstar player as he was in real life. But yeah, I'm a lot happier with the lineup now that Mark Trumbo is officially in like an everyday spot here. And I am going to mess around with scouting a little bit just to kind of see how it works here back in 2012. So all of these guys are the scouts that are currently available for me to sign. And the guy in the red is my current scout. So this is who I have: Billy Gomez for the Western US. We have Freddie McNeil for the Central. We have Elroy Skinner for the East. Hell of a name. And we have Russell Stauffer for the international region. I definitely have to get rid of Elroy Skinner. Not only do I hate his name, but he's not a very good scout. I'm actually going to go ahead and hire Michael Lindsay, as he's really good at scouting both infield and outfield. Russell Stauffer is good at relievers and outfielders. I'll probably hold on to him. Billy Gomez looks like he's going to be pretty good for starters and relievers, but I might even be able to find somebody better. I'm looking. There's actually not a lot of great starting pitcher options. I mean, there's Tim McHugh. I think I should probably go with Tim McHugh because I already have Russell, who's pretty good at finding relievers. So I don't really need that from Billy, so I'm going to go ahead and hire him. And then for my last scout, I'm going to go ahead and hire Daryl Lehman. And there we go. My scouting is set. So now what I have to do is I have to go to these different regions and I have to create a scouting focus. So for the Western US with Tim McHugh, I just want to really focus on starting pitching. For Central, I want to focus on both infield and outfield. Kind of the same thing here for the East. I want to focus on infield and outfield. And then finally for International, I want to focus on outfield and relievers. I believe that's kind of how the scouting works, but you can also scout like individual players as well. So we can see the player, we can see their age, their information, and all we can see right now is their caliber, and there's no player card or anything to really choose. But I think up there where it says no scouting report available, I think as we continue to go through scouting, that's where some of the players' traits will pop up as they get scouted. The other thing to keep in mind is that at this point in 2012, the draft is actually a lot earlier. So first year player draft, I think should be early June. Yeah, first year player draft in early June. So that's a lot different than it is right now, where you have what, 3.5 months to scout. For this, I'm basically only gonna have like 2 months. So we'll see how the scouting works. I'm not gonna focus too much on it just because I'm trying to win within a 3-year window. If I do end up scouting somebody and drafting a really good potential player, I'll probably end up moving that player for pieces that can help me at the major league level. But I kind of want to play a little bit with this team. So let's jump into opening day real quick. Dude, it's kind of crazy. I was actually at this game. I was at this opening day. I was so excited when the Angels signed Albert Pujols. My dad literally let me stay home from school just so I could watch the MLB Network and ESPN coverage of the contract signing all day long. And then as soon as tickets went on sale, we got them immediately. So I was at this game. I was so hyped. I'm pretty sure Pujols... Wait, hang on. Do I have fielding on auto? Auto or assist? Maybe assist? Is that the one I want? Yeah, I want to control the fielder. There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Pujols went 0 for... Actually, I don't think Pujols hit a home run for like a month in 2012. Go slider low and away and strike out Lorenzo Cain, or not. Good. Hopefully we get a double play. Oh, he's running. Get him, Iannetta. Come on. Ah. Ooh, that ball was smoked, actually. Come on, Trout. Throw it to third, dude. Throw it to third. By the way, Mike Trout actually was not on the opening day roster in 2012. I don't think he came up until like late April. I'm pretty sure Peter Borges was the opening day starter in center field. Line out. Thank you very much. Let's go hit. Starting it off with Howie Kendrick. I would love to see Howie Kendrick back in MLB The Show in MLB 26. Base hit. Base hit. Good way to start off the season. Here we go. Mike Trout, the rookie. Damn it. Here we go, baby. Albert, his first at-bat as an Angel. And that's another base hit. Here we go. 2-2 on Trumbo. Oh my God, another base hit. I should probably keep him at third base. All right, base is loaded. Who's coming up next? It's probably Torrey Hunter. Yep. Oh my God. Did that go, actually? Nope. All right, well, it's going to score a run. Also, my timing is so late. It's hard to time up the pitch in this game. I got to swing like way earlier than I think. Yep, see, I'm late on 93. Oh, damn, dude. That ball was hit hard, just right to Hosmer. All right, man. We struck first. I'm going to go ahead and simulate to the end of the game. So fast forward to end of the game. Let's see. Jared Weaver went 8 innings with 7 strikeouts. That's a 5-3 victory on opening day. And would you look at that? Albert Pujols hit a home run in his Angels debut. I like this alternate history so far. Today's video is sponsored by Uber Eats. Ordering delivery with Uber Eats is so easy. All it takes is just a few taps in the app to order food, and there's hundreds of restaurants you can choose from. And there's endless options to satisfy any craving you might have, whether it's burgers, pizza, sushi. It could be a favorite local spot near you. It could be something as simple as just fast food. All your favorite food will be there on the Uber Eats app, and you might even find a new restaurant that you like thanks to all the variety. So whatever craving you have, Uber Eats has you covered. And it's also just so simple. You just pay and tip in the app, the couriers will bring the food right to your door, and the Uber Eats app features new deals every single day. And hey man, we have a new season of content coming up here shortly, and when it comes to food, sometimes I'm just gonna need something easy and stress-free, and I know I'll be able to rely on Uber Eats. So try out Uber Eats, get on the app, and make sure to use code COOGS15 to save $15 on your first order with a minimum basket size of $20. To make things even easier, you can just scan this QR code to take you right there. Thank you again to Uber Eats for sponsoring this video. All right, so I am going to start simulating, but I also want to show you guys this stuff because this is the type of stuff we had in franchise mode back in 2012. You could do things like upgrade your home field. You could customize ticket prices for the different areas of the stadium. You could add seating to your stadium. You could change the prices of parking. You could add new vendors. You can change the prices of the soda and the hot dog and all this stuff. You have the training facilities. You have rehab facilities. Transportation. I guess you control how your team travels to road trips. You also have how the team's being marketed in like the newspaper and TV. You can get a TV contract. You can get different sponsors and advertisers for your stadium. I'm leaving all this stuff on auto because I don't really care about it for the sake of this video. I just thought it would be fun to point out. All right, but let me go ahead and simulate like a month into the season. So we can check out where our scouting is. And I'm liking the way it's going so far. Actually, well, we just took a 4-game sweep at Baltimore. That's not ideal. Then we come back and win 3 in a row against Tampa. Now we have Minnesota. And now we're a month into the season. We're 14-9. Let's check some of the scouting here. Okay, so yeah, here on the West, we have Elvis Herrera being scouted. And we can see he's got B potential with F velocity, C stamina, D control. Then we got Carmen Miranda, B potential with D velocity, stamina, F control. Jesus. Another B potential pitcher with Zach Fryman. Looks like Alex Escobar is currently being scouted at just 16 years old. Let's check the Central. Let's see what we got over here. We have an A potential outfielder in Micah Clements, only 19 years old as well. That might be an interesting guy to target in the draft. A B potential first baseman, B potential third baseman with Francisco Valentin. Already some players to keep an eye on. Let's check out the East here. We got a B potential third baseman. What else we got? B potential catcher, Bucky Cartwright. Oswaldo Velazquez is currently being scouted. Okay, so I mean, overall, this feels like a very simple scouting system. Like, it doesn't seem too deep, and like, you know, at the end of the day, it's MLB 12. I'm not really expecting that much. So I mean, right now, there really just is not that much to go off. So let me go ahead and simulate another month. Man, we're kind of cruising right now. 28-14. I say that, and then we lose 2 to Oakland, but then we go and win against Seattle. Almost a 4-game sweep. And now we are at the end of May, sitting at 33-19. I'm liking this so far, dude. Let's see if any other players have become interesting draft options. I'm not seeing much here in the West. Back to the Central. Micah Clements is still like the guy to go for right now. Now, we're getting more information on some of these guys, but like not a ton. Same thing with the East, not a ton. So should I wonder if I should be like telling my scout to focus on some of these like top end guys? Like, should I be telling Michael Lindsay to scout Brian Burgess? Or actually, he's more of an infielder scout, I think. So should I tell him to focus more on like Mark Cavaney or Damian Costanzo instead of just having it like, you know, scout just players at random? I feel like that might be a better move, but I mean, hey, once again, I don't really care that much about the draft in this. So I think now I'll just probably go ahead and get to the draft. It's sometime in early June. I don't know the exact day, so I'm just going to start simulating and we'll see when we get there. Lost the series against Texas, but then we come back and win against Seattle, and now we're at the first-year player draft. All right, so what pick do I have in the first round? Do I not have a first-round pick? Am I tripping? I don't see the Angels anywhere. Wait, do I not have a first-round pick? I'm just going to let it go? Okay. Do I not have a supplemental pick from the first round? I don't get to pick until the 19th pick of round 2. Did anybody take, what's his name? My left fielder, Micah Clement. I think that was his name. Micah something. I don't see him on here. Did anybody else take him? I don't see him over here in the supplemental round. I do see Bucky Cartwright. This guy I know had B potential. We scouted him a little bit. Micah Clements, the White Sox took him. The damn White Sox, dude. This guy's gonna be a beast. I already know it. Although, look at this. The Giants drafted a guy named CJ Bonds. He's a relief pitcher, but hey, Bonds in a Giants uniform, that's nice. All right, let me go ahead and make a pick. So I'm assuming Oswaldo Velazquez has a target next to his name or a bullseye because I have drafted him, or I've scouted him, I mean. It also says recommend player. Apparently the player it's recommending for me is Vince Stringer. I don't really know how it's recommending him to me, though, when I haven't even scouted him, whereas where is he? Oswaldo Velazquez, we have some scouting information. We're sure that this guy is going to be a B potential player. I don't really know. Okay. I'm just going to go with Oswaldo Velazquez. We'll go with him. We'll see what happens. All right, we have our next pick in round 3. I'm not seeing any other players with that target bullseye icon, so this might be just highest overall player available going forward. Once again, don't have any information on RD Thurman, so let's go ahead and take him and then pick another player. Takashi Sasaki, what a name. We're gonna go ahead and pick him too, and that's the end of the first year player draft. I only had 3 picks. Okay, so let's exit the draft. Can I sign my picks? Yes, I can. Sign draft picks. Can I see the potential of these guys yet? Okay, RD Thurman had C potential, and Takashi Sasaki has F potential. Okay, so you know what? I am going to sign Oswaldo Velazquez, and I'll sign RD Thurman. Why not? We'll just go ahead and get him. I am not going to sign Takashi Sasaki. I mean, dude, it's F across the board. No shot. All right, so honestly, not a very good draft. I really wish I would have had a first-round pick, dude. I would have been able to get Micah Clements, and we would have had an A potential guy in the farm system that we could maybe move for a good trade deadline haul or something like that. But anyway, we're 36-22, 2 games above the Rangers in the division right now. Let's get a quick stat check on everybody. Mike Trout is hitting 186 with 2 homers. Okay, this is what I was concerned about. Because in 2012, MLB The Show, of course, was going to have Albert Pujols still juiced. Torrey Hunter was still really good at this time. He's hitting well. Mark Trumbo has 13 home runs. This is great. But Mike Trout is only 20 years old at this point, man. I may have to move him down in the lineup. And Kendrys Morales is also hitting only 197. I thought about right off the rip maybe trading him for something, but I don't know what I'm going to get at this point. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. I might have to move Trout down in the lineup. Maybe put Torrey Hunter at the 2 spot and move Trout maybe to like under Howie Kendrick or something like that. I think that actually just might be the play. Yeah, maybe bat him 7th. Actually, yeah, no, I'll bat him 7th. I hate to drop Trout, but you got to do what you got to do if a guy isn't performing. How's our pitching? Jared Weaver is awesome. 2.85 ERA. He's our ace. Dan Herron, sub-3 ERA with 84 strikeouts. CJ Wilson killing it. Yes. How is John Lester doing? 2.40 ERA. Look at the pitching staff on the Los Angeles Angels, dude. What about the bullpen? Bobby Casava, 6.75 ERA. Jepson, 3.44. Takahashi, 3.26. Rich Thompson. Bro, the pitching on this team is nice. Jordan Walden has a 5.59 ERA, but he still has 16 saves. I would like for that ERA to be lower. If it continues to be high, I might move LaTroy Hawkins into the closer role. All right, so that's a little idea of how our players are doing. I think I am now going to go ahead and just get to the All-Star break. And I think once we get to the All-Star break, I'll start maybe making some more moves if there is anything I can do. Right now, we've lost 6 in a row, 7 in a row, and the Rockies are offering me a trade. They're trying to give me Cargo, and they want Peter Borges and a couple starting pitchers. Dude, do I take Cargo? Actually, I don't know if I want Cargo here. I don't know if I want to take on that salary for the next 5 years. I don't really know if that's the play. I mean, look at them. They're trying to get rid of 60 million in salary right now. It's a fun idea to think about Cargo on this team, but I don't really think I need him at the moment. So I'm going to decline that. Dude, this team is really kind of fallen off the rails though here in June. I mean, that's a lot of losses. Let's keep going, man. The losses keep piling up. I don't like this. Texas is now taking over the top of the division. We need to get to this All-Star break, dude. We need We need a breather. Jesus Christ. All of a sudden, we're only 4 games over 500. I'm not even really sure how. I mean, the offense hasn't really changed much. Torrey Hunter is having a great year. Albert Pujols has 26 home runs. The average has dropped a little bit. Trumbo has 14 homers. Kendrys Morales is up to 11. His batting average is over 200, which is good. Howie Kendrick hitting 252. Trout still struggling, man. I think I'm gonna have to try to add to this lineup, dude. Yeah, Jordan Walden's ERA is up to 6.2. I think I gotta get him out of the closer role, man. I gotta get LaTroy Hawkins in there. Gotta make a change. Take a look at all-star voting, though. Do we have anybody that is in there? Yeah, CJ Wilson, Dan Herron, both for pitcher. The catcher is going to be Joe Mauer. First base, Albert Pujols. Hell yeah. Second base is Pedroia. Third base is A-Rod. Shortstop, Asdrubal. Left field, Carl Crawford, Jacoby Ellsbury, and Torrey Hunter. All right, so we have a few all-star starters, and the American League won the all-star game. Nice. Oh, yeah, and this is when home field for the World Series was decided by the winner of the all-star game. Oh, what a crazy concept. Like, look, hey, I like that the all-star game had stakes at one point. I think it's cool that they should actually play for something, but home field in the World Series feels crazy for an exhibition game. All right, but let's see what we can finesse as far as trades. I need some offense. I'm just gonna kind of see who's on the trade block. I really don't need pitching. Wow, Jose Bautista, that's fun. I really just need like a guy that can be a true DH for me. I need to kind of replace Kendrys Morales. Need some guy that's going to give me a little bit more pop at that DH spot in the lineup. So far, I'm seeing a lot of pitching on the trade block, not a lot of hitting that I am really interested in. Rockies. Wow, the Rockies are trying to get rid of Tulo, and he's on a 9-year contract. They're trying to get rid of him. That's crazy. Okay, so not a lot that's listed on the trade block, but let's see who I can find. All right, and I think I have my move. I think I'm going to grab Billy Butler from the Royals. He's got the same amount of home runs as Kendrys Morales, but I mean, he's just been an overall way better hitter. And the Royals are seeking a second baseman. I'm going to go ahead and offer Hank Keenan. He's a 19-year-old second baseman with B potential. The Royals are also 3 games under 500. They're only 4 games out of the division, but they're 10 games out of the wild card. And I'm not really sure if they're going to catch the Tigers or the Indians. So I don't feel bad making this move at all. We have Billy Butler. And now what I think I'm going to do is I am going to put Kendrys Morales on my trade block, and I'm going to simulate just a little bit more and see if anybody out there kind of wants him for anything. I'm gonna go ahead and simulate like a week here, just see if anything pops up. Nothing after a week. Let me go ahead and get through this series here against Kansas City. We did take 2 out of 3 from Texas. That's big. And we took 2 out of 3 from Kansas City. Okay, so we're starting to get close to the trade deadline. I should probably figure out what I'm gonna do with Morales. Okay, so I've been sitting here trying to find a trade for Kendrys Morales. I've not been able to find one that fits yet, but I think I'm going to make this trade. Steve Guerrero for Brad Lidge. Brad Lidge is 35 years old. He's on the final year of his contract. The Nationals are just trying to get rid of him. They're not in the playoff hunt. He's got an ERA at 2 flat this year with 41 strikeouts, and I'm giving away a catcher who's doing pretty well in the minors with B potential. He's 23 years old. That could be maybe like their catcher of the future. So I think I'm going to offer this trade to them, and boom, I have a reliever for the second half of the year. A nice setup guy to help bolster this bullpen as a rental piece. That's good. But I'm still trying to find something for Kendrys Morales. I really want to find a way to get Mike Morse from the Nationals. I feel like he'd be a great fit for this team. He's only 29 years old. He's got 2 years left on his contract. The Nationals are not in the playoff mix. They could be trying to shed some salary. It's weird because it says the interest level is all the way there, but it also says this proposal doesn't seem to fit our current strategy. Interesting offer, but it's not what we're looking for at this time. Can I finesse this in any way? Ooh. They'll take this if I throw Peter Borges in the mix. I'm also giving them a starting pitcher. Dude, I can get Mike Morse. I can get rid of Kendrys Morales. Yeah, okay. That trade is happening. Bang. Okay, now we're cooking. We've got Albert Pujols, Mike Morse, Mark Trumbo, and Billy Butler in the middle of the lineup. We've got our same starting 5, and we've added Brad Lidge to this bullpen. LaTroy Hawkins has taken over the closer role. I actually really like where we're at. The only thing that's a little concerning is that we're 3 games behind Texas for the division, and the wild card is crazy competitive because remember, there's only one wild card team back in 2012. And I mean, honestly, even if this was like 2013, we still wouldn't be in. We'd be half a game behind the Tampa Bay Rays for the 3rd wild card spot. So I think we're officially set to get this playoff push underway. I'm going to go ahead and just simulate to the end of the season. And let's see what happens, man. Let's see if everything works out the way I'm envisioning. We have the trade deadline. No, I don't need to stop simulating. I have made all my moves. Losing a lot of games against Texas, man. That's not good. Beating Oakland. That's solid. Need these wins in the division. Okay, here we go. We're on a bit of a win streak. Here we go. Come on, let's keep it alive. Beating Cleveland. Bang. Beating Tampa. Bang. Tampa was right there in the wild card race with us. That's a 4-game sweep on Tampa. Come on, man. Come on. No. Losing 2 out of 3 against Detroit. Our AAA team did not make the postseason. I don't care. We don't care about AAA right now. Where are we, man? 3.5 out, 4 out, 3 out, 3 games out here. We do have a series against Texas at the end of the year. We got to stay right there with them. We won 2 out of 3 there against Texas. I didn't actually even see that series. We're beating Seattle. Win. We swept Texas. Come on. Wait, what happened? Oh my, wait, is this a game 163 or is this the wild card? Texas won the division. Oh my God, it's a game 163. The Yankees won the East with 100 wins. The Rangers won the West with 92 wins. And we tied with the Red Sox for the wild card. Oh my God. So just to clear up any confusion, because I was confused, this is in fact the game 163. It is not the wild card game. The wild card game was introduced in 2012, but not in MLB The Show 12. I even went to MLB The Show 13 to verify this, and on the homepage, it even advertises that they have the new wildcard format in the game, and I simulated a season, and you can see there are 2 wildcard teams that made it, not 1. So this is, in fact, game 163 against the Red Sox. Let's see how the team turned out. Okay, so Torrey Hunter, 31 homers. Attaboy, Torrey. Albert Pujols, a 40-homer season, year 1 with the Angels. Mike Morse ended up with 35 bombs. Trumbo, 39. I'm so happy I got this guy in an everyday spot. Billy Butler, dude, I'm so happy I got this guy on the team, too. A 324 average. Howie Kendrick was fine. Mike Trout, definitely need to see an improvement for Mike Trout in 2013. I need to see the progression on Mike Trout because 225 with only 11 home runs is not really what I'm looking for. How about the rotation? Jared Weaver, 3.63 ERA, 3 flat from Dan Herron. CJ Wilson, 2.4. Come on. John Lester, 3.35. Irvin, 4.19. He's the 5 starter. Doesn't matter. Brad Lidge was dominant, 2.32 ERA. A great deadline piece. LaTroy Hawkins, 21 saves, sub 3.5 ERA. Let's go. But now it's the moment of truth. Will we win game 163 to secure a wild card berth? Oh my God, I'm terrified right now. CJ Wilson, he's the guy we want on the bump going against Daniel Bard. He's got a 5.97 ERA. Come on, CJ, take us to the promised land. Let's go, man. A 6-4 win. We're taking on the Yankees in the division series. Really quick, though, I want to take a look at accolades, see who won what. Wow, JV won the MVP. 21-3 with a 3.04 ERA and 251 strikeouts. Wait, didn't Justin Verlander win MVP in 2012 in real life? Oh, he won in 2011. So in this universe, he's won back-to-back MVPs. Wow. Michael Stanton MVP in the National League. Okay. NL Cy Young is Johnny Cueto. Obviously, it's going to be Justin Verlander for the AL. Silver Slugger goes to Aegon with Ryan Braun. Rookie of the Year is Jesus Montero for the Mariners and Tyler Pastornicki for the Braves. Well, let's go, man. Let's see if we can get through the evil empire. 100 wins for this team, the 1 seed in the American League. Game 1 goes to the Yankees. Game 2, we've got Dan Herron on the mound. We're down 0-2. Not ideal. And yeah, we just got swept by the Yankees in the first round. Man, we won game 163 just to lose to the Yankees and not even win a game. God damn it. All right, well, I mean, at this point, let's go ahead and see who wins the World Series. Who is it? It is the Cardinals. Wow, they had a rematch in the World Series and the Cardinals won again. That's how 2012 played out. Obviously, not ideal for the Angels. I want to, win the World Series, but I think we made some good moves. We have a bunch of guys that should be coming back for 2013, and who knows, maybe we'll make a splash in the offseason. All right, so I'm here in the offseason, and the first thing I did was offer contracts to anybody that had the renewable contracts. I offered arbitration to everybody that I wanted to offer it to. So that just kind of leaves me with the big free agents here. And the biggest one is Dan Herron. He's coming off a season where he struck out 221 hitters with a 3 ERA. And he's now looking for a 4 to 6 year contract around $15.4 million per year. And honestly, I don't even know who's going to be on the free agent market. I really do want to bring him back, so I'm going to go ahead and offer him that 5-year deal. I don't even want to mess around. He is perfect in this rotation behind Jared Weaver. He's got to come back. Now, a really interesting one right now is Torrey Hunter. He had an incredible season with 31 homers, 95 RBIs, and a 303 average, but he's 37 years old. Now, the nice thing is he's only looking for about $3.5 million per year, which is very doable, but I don't really know if I want to give a 37-year-old bat a multi-year contract. So what I actually can do is I can offer him arbitration, and if he doesn't accept, I get like a draft pick back, but I just can't really justify giving him a 4-year deal or even a 3-year deal right now. At 37, I don't know what the regression is going to look like. I can't justify it. Now for Jordan Walden, he has a renewable contract, and yeah, he wants $4.4 million a year. I'm sorry, he had a 5.01 ERA. I am not giving him that. If he wants to walk, he can walk. As far as Irvin Santana, I'm kind of leaning towards the same thing I did for Torrey Hunter, because Irvin Santana is looking for over $6 million a year on a 5-year contract. Irvin wasn't incredible last year. I still like him as a 5-starter, but I'm not trying to pay my 5-starter like $6 million a year. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. I'm just going to offer him arbitration. And if he wants to walk, cool. If he does, I'll take the draft pick. And then we have Brad Lidge. He was a great deadline pickup for us, and he's only asking for about $1.2 million a year. I know he's 36, and I was just talking about I don't want to give a multi-year contract to Torrey Hunter because he's 37. But the older relievers in MLB The Show, I think, actually play pretty well. So I'm going to see if I can actually give him a 3-year contract. I'm giving him the money he's looking for. Let's see if he wants to take that. Chris Iannetta is also looking for a new contract. He wasn't incredible last year, but he did hit 18 bombs. For a catcher, that's pretty good. And that's decent production for that spot in the order. I'm not looking for much there. So yeah, I'll offer him his $2 million a year over 5 years. Eric Ibar is also looking for a contract. He wants pretty much the same thing as Chris Iannetta, and honestly, I like Ibar, so I'll go ahead and offer him that too. And I think the only other guy is Bobby Abreu. I'm not going to offer him anything. I didn't really use him anyway. He was on my bench. So yeah, I got nothing really to offer him. So with that, we can start simulating a little bit, and hopefully some of these guys accept their deals. And bang, there we go. Right off the rip, Dan Herron has accepted his 5-year contract. We got our 2-starter back. That is huge. Chris Iannetta also accepted his 5-year deal. Beautiful. Eric Ibar is also back, and now we're past the exclusive period, so we can see who is out there. James Shields is on the market. He's probably going to want a good amount of money. I only have 26 mil to work with here. Probably won't be offering him anything crazy. Brandon McCarthy at 29. He might be a decent arm to pick up. What is he looking for? 6.3 mil a year. Yeah, once again, I'm looking for like a 5-starter. So if I'm not going to give that to Irvin Santana, I probably won't give that to Brandon McCarthy. Rafael Betancourt, Johnny Damon, Matt Belisle, Ivan Hernandez, Zambrano, Brandon League, Zumaya, Big Poppy's a free agent. Wow. Derek Lee, Chris Young, Jeff Francis. So there's some guys on here. We could bring Vlad back. That'd be fun. Yeah, it's a lot of kind of the older dudes, not a lot of guys in their prime. Irvin Santana is getting some offers, so it's looking like he's not going to accept my arbitration offer. Torrey Hunter is actually getting some 4-year offers from the Yankees and the Tigers. That's interesting, man. We'll see how that works out for those teams when he's like 40 years old, but maybe they feel like he can help them out at the moment. He came off a great season for sure, but yeah, I don't want to give him 4 years. I do think I want to pick up a reliever for cheap. Maybe like Aaron Heilman, just maybe get some reliever depth. He had a 3.79 ERA with 56 strikeouts last year. He's not asking for much, just kind of looking for some depth. The Yankees have signed Torrey Hunter. The Red Sox signed James Shields. I'm also seeing Scott Kazmir as an available free agent. He might be a fun guy to pick up. I went ahead and offered him like 1.2 mil a year, and it seems like he has some high interest. I'm totally fine paying that for a possible 5-starter. And bang, we got Scott Kazmir. I'm happy with that. All right, so the offseason is officially over. Here is a look at the lineup. It's very similar to last year, except, you know, no Torrey Hunter. But that's why it was good for me to get Mike Morse and Billy Butler in that last trade deadline, because these guys each have another year of control in their contract. So the offense is still looking very good. The rotation is looking solid. We'll see how Scott Kazmir does. I also grabbed a couple guys from the Rule 5 draft. I grabbed Julio Gomez and Christian Ayala. They have to be on my 25-man roster, but I mean, they look pretty decent. They both have B potential, so maybe there's something there with those guys. The only thing is the Rangers got better. They made a trade and picked up Tim Lincecum from the Giants, and they still have Beltre, they still have Nelson Cruz, they have Kinsler, Josh Hamilton's on a new 5-year deal. The Rangers are going to be tough to beat. I do have the same scouting focuses as I did last year, so I'm just going to kind of let that cook for the first 2 months. But I mean, I think it's time that we just go ahead and get season 2 started. All right, so we're 2 months into the season. We're 27-24. Currently 4 games behind the Rangers in the division, 3.5 out of the wild card. So we definitely have some work to do. And as far as the scouting, there is one guy that the scouts found. Let me see if I can find him. Here he is. In the international region, this 17-year-old Connor Will has A potential. That's kind of the only guy that's really notable. Everybody else that's been scouted is basically like B potential or C potential. There's not really any diamonds in the rough that my scouts have found. So hopefully Connor Will fall to us in the draft. First year player draft, go to draft. Do I actually have a first round pick? I do. I'm picking 29th. All right. Hopefully nobody takes my guy. I haven't seen him taken so far. Here we go. Oh, I have a second pick in the first round. I have 2 first-round picks. Okay. All right. Center fielder. Where is he? Why is he not here? Oh, it's probably because he's 17 years old. I can't pick him this year. I probably have to wait another year before I can get him. Okay. I guess otherwise it's just going to be like a B potential guy anywhere. C potential there. Jay Carnes. D potential. Dude, I feel like everybody that I've seen with this little target icon has D potential, damn it. Here we go. Curtis Navarro, a 22-year-old catcher. He has B potential. Hopefully this guy can turn into something. Outside of this, though, I'll probably just go with the best player available. Don't know what his potential will be, but we'll go with John Potter in our second pick. Gonna go with Russell Wagner. Next, we'll go Kirk Labine. I mean, once again, these are all basically guessing. I'm kind of hoping that I get lucky with one of these guys actually being a high potential player. We'll go Hector Palacios next. Why not? Then Wally Torres with a Z. And that is the end of the draft. All right, so let me go ahead and sign these draft picks. Let's see if we can see what their actual potential is. Okay, so Curtis Navarro has B potential. We saw that. John Potter is C. Russell Wagner is C. Miguel Ayala is D. Kirk Labine is C. Hector Palacios, D. Wally Torres, D. Yeah, okay, not the best. I'm signing anybody that has C potential or higher, and all these other guys can kick rocks. Okay, so yeah, we're 3 games over 500. We are right in the playoff mix. Let's take a look and see how everybody is performing. Let's go to lineups. Eric Ibar doing his thing at the top of the order, hitting 278. Mike Trout, the average is up from last year at 254. I still would like to see that get higher. He's got 7 homers. Pujols, dude, Pujols is hitting 341. Jesus. Mike Morse. Oh, God, what's going on with Mike Morse? Oh, he was supposed to be a lot better than this. I need more power out of him, dude. Only 7 home runs in the first 2 months. We gotta bump that up. Mark Trumbo is killing it. Trumbo is a freaking hero, dude. Howie Kendrick, Billy Butler, just kind of doing his thing, man, hitting 300. Let's move Billy Butler up in the lineup, actually. Let's move Mark Trumbo to clean up. Let's drop Mike Morse a few spots and just kind of see how that changes the vibe. Make sure I do that on the left-handed with DH as well. There's also this guy on my bench, Eugene Muller. I can't remember where I got this guy. I think he might have been a Rule 5 pick or something, but he's kind of killing it, bro. 345 in the limited amount of time he has. He might have to be a guy that starts getting more ABs for me, but we'll see. Let's take a look at the pitching. Jared Weaver, 309. You gotta be kidding me, dude. Dan Herron has a 6.18 ERA. I just paid this motherfucker. CJ Wilson, attaboy. John Lester. 4.59. That's not great. Scott Kazmir doing exactly what I need him to do as a 5-starter. Well, Julio Gomez and Christian Ayala are not looking like they were worth it for the Rule 5 picks, but whatever. Aaron Heilman also looks like a terrible signing. Okay. Kevin Jepsen as an 8.49. Bro, what is happening with my bullpen? At least Brad Lidge is looking good. Scott Downs is good. Kevin Jepsen sucks. I might have to go crazy at the deadline and just get any good relievers I can. I'm not loving this. Let me go ahead and get to the All-Star break. Let's see how things play out. I'm not going to panic yet. The Orioles are offering me a trade. They want to give me Jason Marquis and Darren O'Day. I don't really need Jason Marquis, although he does have 2 years remaining on his deal, and he's having a good year. And then Darren O'Day, I mean, dude, I did just say I need some bullpen help. Hold on a second. And all they want is Nelson Asensio, the starter with a potential. I mean, John Lester is on the final year of his deal, and I mean, he'll probably want a decent amount of money in the offseason. So Jason Marquis could fill that role for when Lester probably walks. I'm going to hold off for now. Let's keep simulating. Let's keep going. Hopefully we can win some games. We're actually playing decently well here in June. All right, well, we're in July now. Let's get to this All-Star break and kind of see where everything's at. Win against Oakland, another win, a loss, and here we are. Okay, so we are officially at the All-Star break. Only 1.5 games behind Texas. All right, I'm happy I didn't panic because we are right there, and we are in a wild card spot at the moment, tied with the White Sox. Mike Trout is starting to play a little bit better, man. He's got 14 home runs at the break. This is what I want to see. Pujols going crazy. Mark Trumbo is having an unreal season, dude. 70 RBIs at the deadline, or at the break. Billy Butler's doing his thing. Mike Morse. Okay, moving Mike Morse down the lineup did seem to help his production a little bit. Let's check out the rotation. Dan Herron's ERA is still a little too high for me, but you know what? We'll work with it. John Lester, 406. Kazmir has been a great signing. Julio Gomez and Christian Ayala. These guys got to go. I'm sorry. I need to try to get bullpen help and get these two guys out of here. Before I do that, I want to check out the All-Star voting. CJ Wilson is going to be the AL starting pitcher. You love to see that. Catcher is John Jaso. Mark Trumbo beat out Albert Pujols at first base. Trumbo's been playing left field for me. That's awesome. Kinsler at second. Miguel Cabrera at third. Elvis Andrus at shortstop, Gardner in left, Curtis Granderson in center. Mike Trout got 400K votes. That's cool. And then in right field, it's Carlos Gonzalez. Cargo is on the White Sox. Remember, I had a chance to get Cargo in the last season, but I decided not to do it. And just out of curiosity, I want to see how Torrey Hunter is doing. He's on the Yankees. Torrey Hunter is hitting 298 with 6 homers. Definitely not bad, but yeah, it's not the same production as he was putting up last year. So I feel like I'm validated in not bringing him back on a multi-year deal. All right, I do have to figure out what I'm going to do with Christian Ayala and Julio Gomez, though. I got to get these guys out of here. Bro, are you kidding me? Christian Ayala and Julio Gomez would just get me Darren O'Day straight up. Dude, I could even throw Jim Johnson in here. I mean, hey, both of these guys are on the final year of their contract, but dude, I am getting no production out of these guys. I'm getting negative production out of these dudes. Jim Johnson has a 2.59 ERA with 24 saves. Darren O'Day has 34 strikeouts with a 2.36 ERA. Where are the Orioles in the standings? Oh, the Orioles are in last place. Dude, this is a no-brainer for me. They're getting some young guys that they can maybe develop. They're going to be a project for sure, but Jim Johnson and Darren O'Day are probably not coming back next year. I'm taking this deal, man. Hell yeah. Bro, that just solved like a few of my problems. I should still probably get Kevin Jepsen out of here because he has an 8.74 ERA. That guy blows. How's my minor league pitching looking? Who could I possibly bring up here? Like Esteban Santiago. He's got beat potential. I could bring up him. I might do that, bro. I might bring up one of these relievers and send down Kevin Jepsen, bro. I'm going to go ahead and bring up Esteban Santiago. So with that, I think my bullpen has just gotten significantly better. And don't forget, bro, I still have Nelson Asensio. This guy is a 25-year-old pitcher that is probably major league ready, and he has a potential. I could get something for him too. The problem is my offense is playing extremely well right now. I don't really feel like I need to do anything major. Like, could I get an improvement at third base for Alberto Callaspo? I could even move Mark Trumbo back to third base, maybe get a corner outfielder. And also, there's still Eugene Muller. This guy is putting up great production as a bench bat. Part of me wants to get him in the everyday lineup. I'm debating on moving Mark Trumbo back to third base and then just putting Eugene Muller in the lineup just to get him some regular at-bats and get Callaspo on the bench. I might try that, dude. Let me see if that works out. Hopefully this doesn't slow Mark Trumbo's hot season. Like, Trumbo is going crazy. I mean, he might be on MVP watch. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna simulate for like 2 weeks and we'll see how that goes. But I'm actually feeling pretty good about the team right now. Who wins the All-Star game? The National League wins this year. And now it's officially time to start the second half. Okay, so I'm going to simulate through this Toronto series, and we'll see how Trumbo's doing over at third base. We'll see if Eugene is making a positive impact in the lineup. Couple things to keep an eye on right before the trade deadline. We're winning a lot of games. Won that series against Tampa, big series against Toronto, lost and won. Hey, look at that. We have eclipsed the Rangers for first place right now. How is the move working out with Eugene? 316, 10 homers. Trumbo's still great. Trout's up to 277. Oh my God, dude, things are coming together. This is sick. I'm actually really liking where things are right now. Dan Herron's ERA is slowly coming down. CJ Wilson is having a Cy Young season. John Lester's ERA has dropped. Scott Kazmir is a perfect 5-starter. Dude, I'm loving this. Is there any value with Alberto Callaspo? Can I get anything for him? Honestly, I have been kind of looking around, playing around with some different trade ideas. I really don't even think I want to trade him at the moment. We still have to keep an eye on Eugene. We got to see how long this production lasts for him. Plus, Callaspo is great depth on the bench because he can play multiple positions in the infield. I think I'm going to let it ride. I don't really feel like there's going to be much I'm going to do at the trade deadline here. I'm pretty happy with where the team's at. So let's go, man. I think I'm just going to go ahead and simulate till the end of August. Come on, dude. We need a really, really good last 2 months here. We got to hold on to this division lead. I don't want to be a wild card team. I want to win the division. Come on. Let's go. Tampa Bay series. Got to win there. Okay, split that series. Texas. Oh, Texas takes all 3. Are you serious? That's bad. Okay. Still winning games, though. Beating Detroit. A sweep on Detroit. There we go. Now we're talking. Okay. Beating the Yankees. 4-game series against the White Sox. Split that. And okay, we're going into September. We're 6.5 out. Oh my God. Texas is going crazy right now. We're a game and a half out of the wild card. Okay. September is going to be a huge month. We have 2 series here against Texas. We have a series against Toronto, and we have a few series against Seattle and Oakland, and they are not playing well. So we're still actually in decent shape. Let's go. Come on. No, I don't care about the minor league playoffs. Come on. Okay. We lost 2 out of 3 to Texas. We need to win these games against Oakland. We need to win against Texas. Oh my God. That's a 4-game sweep of Texas. Oh my God. Oh my God. Are we about to pull this off? Win, win, loss, win, win. Oakland to end of season. We still got 2 games against Seattle. We're 1 game up in the division. We have at least clinched a playoff berth. If we don't win the division, we are getting a wild card. So that is good. We're going to make the postseason, but I really want to win the division, man. Come on. Let's do this. Win, win. Let's go, dude. 98-64. And we're going to have a rematch with the Yankees. Let's see how everybody did. Mike Trout finished with a 274 average, 22 homers, 83 RBIs. This is the development we wanted to see. Pujols, 316 with 44 homers. He might be MVP, although Mark Trumbo hit 47. What an insane 3-4 combo in this lineup. Billy Butler crushed it. Mike Morse got the home run total I was looking for. He hit 31. Howie Kendrick, great. Chris Iannetta, perfect production from a catcher. Eugene Muller, the average dropped a little bit, but the guy hit 20 bombs. For a guy I grabbed in the Rule 5 draft, I mean, you can't get much better than that. Pitching-wise, Dan Herron, the 4.64 ERA, we'll take it, man. It's not great, but it was way better than what it was to start the season. CJ Wilson, 2.66. John Lester, 4.42. Scott Kazmir, 3.83. Bullpen-wise, Santiago, 2.95. Not bad. Darren O'Day was great. Scott Downs, incredible. Jim Johnson, the ERA went up a little bit, but that's fine. And Brad Lidge, 43 saves. What an awesome roster, dude. Let's check out MVP. Prince Fielder won it, dude. If he hit 55 bombs, you kidding me? That means it's 3 years in a row with a Tiger winning MVP. Justin Verlander, Prince Fielder. Paul Konerko won NL MVP. What the hell? AL Cy Young is CJ Wilson, though. Hell yeah. 21-6 record with a 2.66 ERA. Beautiful. In the NL, it's Cliff Lee. Look at Eugene Muller winning Rookie of the Year. I just randomly got this guy in the Rule 5 draft, and he wins Rookie of the Year. That's incredible. But all right, man, it's time to get our revenge on the Yankees. We have home field this time around. Jared Weaver on the mound for game 1. That's a win. We won 1-0. Damn. Actually want to see, was this like a complete game shutout for Weave or what? Nope. Weaver went 8 1/3, and Brad Lidge got the save. CeCe actually went 8 innings, only allowed 1 run. And that 1 RBI came from Morse. Nice. All right, game 2 goes to the Yankees. All right, so we're going to the Bronx now. CJ Wilson, the Cy Young on the mound. Take that win. Come on, John Lester. Put the Yankees away. We really got to go game 5. We got to go game 5. We just have to do this. Okay. We win. Let's go, man. We have an ALCS matchup against the Detroit Tigers. The Tigers roster looks pretty much exactly like it did in 2013 with JV, Fielder, Cabrera, Doug Fister, Joaquin Benoit, Max Scherzer, Victor Martinez. This is going to be a tough team to beat. Let's do it, though, man. Let's go. Game 1, Jared Weaver versus Justin Verlander. Verlander wins that one. That's fine. Long series. We tied it up. Heading to Detroit now. CJ Wilson on the mound. Bang. Up 2-1 in the series. Tied at 2. And all right, we're going back to Anaheim, up 3-2. Jared Weaver could send the Angels to the World Series, and he does exactly that. It's an Angels versus Reds World Series in 2013. Hold on, I kind of want to read the newspaper here. It was party time in Los Angeles last night as the host Angels beat the Tigers in Game 6. Leading the way was Jared Weaver, who fanned 11 to get his second win of the postseason. Albert Pujols provided the big stick on offense, clubbing 2 home runs and driving in 4. Dude, this is the type of stuff I want to see more in franchise in the modern games. I would prefer if we could see like highlights, but you know, if the game's simulated, I get it. But that's sick, man. I feel like that's kind of immersive and fun. Let's check out this Reds team. It's Brandon Phillips, Joey Votto, Johnny Cueto, who won the Cy Young last year, I believe, Drew Stubbs, Matt Latos, Sean Marshall. This is a good team, but low-key, I actually like my roster a whole lot better. Remember, though, the National League did win the All-Star game, so we will have to go on the road to start the series. It's going to be Dan Herron versus Johnny Cueto in Game 1. Johnny Cueto takes that. All right, so we're down 0-2 to start the World Series. Not ideal. Need John Lester to have a legacy game for us. We got to win. Come on. We're down 3-1. Jared Weaver needs to keep the season alive. He does. Oh my God. Oh my God. We need to pull this off. Dan Herron, we signed you. We gave you $15 million a year. Please come through, dude. Please come through. It's going to Game 7. Oh my God. CJ Wilson, the Cy Young winner, is going to have the Angels World Series hope in the palm of his hand. Dude, it's time for Game 7. I'm not controlling anything. I am just going to hopefully enjoy an Angels victory in this one. Not the way to start it. That's fine, though. Trout laying down a bunt. Let's go, Mike. Albert Pujols, show me a 2-run home run. I mean, this is perfect. Albert Pujols in the World Series against Cincinnati, going the other way to put the Angels on top against Johnny Cueto. Oh my God, dude, my inner child is healing right now. This is all I wanted to see like 13 years ago, man. This is all I wanted. Mike Morse? That ball's down. Come on, Trumbo. Get back to second. Okay, not sure what that was. Damn, Howie Kendrick was up 3-0 in that at-bat. Got back to 3-2 and struck out. Come on, Iannetta. Get through. Are they going to send him? Yeah, no. Wait. What is happening? Dog, how did we just get another run? The Reds are losing it in the infield, bro. Also, I'm just now realizing Alberto Callaspo is hitting right now. It should probably be our Rookie of the Year winner hitting right there, but I never changed the lineup for hitting without a DH. This is before universal DH. Whatever, man. 3 runs in the first of Game 7 of the World Series. Now we need our Cy Young winner to shut him down. Strike 3 looking. Let's go. Don't like that. Ooh, Trumbo got that in. Oh, bad throw. CJ Wilson versus Joey Votto. That's fine. Take the out at first. Popped him up. Come on, Albert. Come on, Albert. You got room. Yes. Dude, this is electric. All right, I'm going to go ahead and fast forward a little bit. Let's get to like inning number 4. What's the score? Still 3-0. Okay, let's fast forward a little bit more. Let's go to inning number 6. 4-0. Inning 7. How we looking? Still 4-0. Fast forward to inning 8. What do we got here? What do we got? 4-0. I mean, we got to go to the 9th inning, dude. Let's go. Inning 9. It's 5-0. Let's go to the next half inning and let's see if the Angels can close this thing out and win the World Series. Jim Johnson on the mound, acquired from the Orioles at the All-Star break. That ball is hit well, but not well enough. Mike Trout's going to get out number 1. 2-2 count on Jay Bruce. Great curveball, man. The Angels are 1 out away, and it's Eric Chavez at the plate. And that ball is popped up. Mike Morse is under it. The Angels win the 2013 World Series. They went down 0-2 to start the series, then went down 3-1. They pull off the miraculous comeback. Albert Pujols, CJ Wilson, Mike Trout, all champions in an Angels uniform. And look at this, bro. Albert Pujols hit 2 home runs in Game 7. And we had CJ Wilson ready to go for Game 7. I mean, that was just everything I could have asked for. I mean, there's no way Albert isn't World Series MVP. Yeah, I mean, dude, he hit 6 home runs in the World Series. Unbelievable performance from one of the greatest of all time. Also, in the postseason, Mike Trout hit .365 with 3 homers and 17 runs batted in. He had 27 hits in the playoffs, dude. Yeah, that's a superstar. Damn, dude, we went through the Yankees, through the Tigers, through the Reds, and now the Angels are champions. Now, even though I did what I set out to do, and that's win a World Series with the Angels within 3 seasons, I decided to do a 3rd season anyway, just to see if I could run it back. I ended up re-signing all of my major players like John Lester, Mike Morse. I even brought back both relievers I picked up at the deadline. So the lineup, rotation, and bullpen all looked pretty similar, and I'm not really sure what happened, but things just didn't really go well in year 3. We ended up missing the playoffs, finishing only a few games over 500. Seems like the pitching wasn't really strong this year. We still had great offensive performances from a lot of our players, so even though we missed the playoffs in year 3, I still completed my goal for this video. I made things right for Angels fans. I went back and saved this franchise and gave them a World Series.